Malami sold ships that nobody could account for. At the end, he married Buhari's daughter, Edwin Clark says. I know that the kind of embezzlement that took place under Buhari's government, especially with Malami, the former Attorney General of Federation and Minister of Justice, is going to be something. It was something else, and I'm surprised that up to now, EFCC has not beamed their torchlight in that direction. Quite an unfortunate one. Chief Edwin Clark, the leader of the Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, has expressed apprehensions regarding the relationship between the Federal Ministry of Justice and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. He has called for a return to the operational model established during Nuhu Ribadu's tenure as EFCC chairman, advocating for greater independence for the anti-corruption agencies. So in a recent video shared on YouTube by Arise TV, Chief Clark voiced criticism against former Minister of Justice and ex-Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, alleging that he wielded undue influence over the EFCC. This influence, according to Clark, has raised concerns about accountability and the proper management of assets seized by the Commission. Clark accused Malami of selling off assets such as ships in Lagos and Port Harcourt without ensuring proper accountability. He went further to allege that despite the lack of transparency in the handling of these assets, Malami ultimately married the daughter of former President Muhammadu Buhari. So in Port Harcourt and Lagos, Malami sold ships without proper accountability, and yet he ended up marrying President Buhari's daughter. This exemplifies the state of affairs in our country, Clark lamented. Expanding on the issue, Clark highlighted the importance of maintaining the integrity and independence of anti-graft or anti-corruption agencies like the EFCC. He stressed that the effective functioning of such institutions is vital for combating corruption and ensuring accountability in governance. Furthermore, Clark called for a thorough investigation into the alleged mismanagement of assets by Malami and urged for measures to safeguard the EFCC's autonomy from political interference. He emphasized the need for transparency and accountability in the handling of seized assets to prevent their misuse or misappropriation. Clark's remarks underscored broader concerns about the state of governance and accountability in Nigeria, prompting calls for reforms to strengthen anti-corruption efforts and uphold the rule of law. We all know that during Buhari's government, people like Malami, people like Garba Shehu, people like Abubakar, people like Tunde Sabiu. There are a lot of people in Buhari's government that looted fire, and up till now, nobody is talking about them. It's only Mefiele that EFCC is able to arrest. Quite an unfortunate situation. They need to go around and pick as many people as possible if are under Buhari's government and bring them to book, because I can agree that Buhari was somehow incapacitated and did not know a lot of things. A lot of things happened under his government that he never knew about, and that actually proved his incompetency. But unfortunately, bigotry and selfishness made Nigerians to support him to be president so they could do all they did under him. Very, very unfortunate situation. Terribly, very bad. Okay, so people are already reacting to what Edwin Clark is saying. As obviously terrible. That guy was a government on his own. Very arrogant, dishonest, and disrespectful. But nobody could talk to him until now. You never see anything. What does that mean? He will soon divorce her. Go and check those ministers and governors who married Northern president's daughters if they are still together. I know Babangida has divorced her governor husband. So is Yaradua daughter. So he will soon face the law. Okay? You are right to cause even Abacha daughter, Gumsu, did the same thing. They will divorce them. Hey. Now, wow. EFCC only jailed Christian politicians, but Muslims are the smartest criminals in the corridor of power. Any allegation against a Muslim politician must always be dropped. They will always drop it, and that's true. That is true. Nigeria will one day be like Sudan, Khartoum, where Muslims, not Hausa Fulanis, cost people uh, Cursed people will regret their actions for life. Muslims are beggars, the best illiterate religious bigot, and wherever. See what happened in Palestine. They are begging Christians now for solutions and end to the war. In Sudan, Khartoum, USA, Australia, UK, and EU don't bother about them because they are what they are. Criminals, so let them self-destruct. And it will be so, amen. Now, wow. Some say they don't already come for Amo. Why can you say that? This is purely the lullaby lyrics of an insane and scattered brain. Buhari and the gang of treasury robbers. They're plenty. Nigeria is a rubber stamp without a address. It is surprising me that Malami can escape all these atrocities committed when he was Attorney General. Impunity upon impunity. That's what is happening in the north. So when you look at the investigation that EFC has been doing, all the cases involving the northerners, they always drop them halfway. But it's not just the northerners, even the certain politicians. If not, somebody like Akpabio will not be Senate president. Somebody like Ojizo Carlo will not be working free. That is it. So there are also some certain politicians that went free. Look at Peter Odili that finally got perpetual court injunction, never to be tried in any Nigerian court for life. Can you imagine that? And that is exactly what Wike is targeting. He's pushing his wife now into judiciary, into the highest level of judiciary to get the same thing. This is a very bad one. The elder statement has stated very important issues. Okay. However, this investigation of corruption must start from the scratch. The farm of Obasanjo in his village are properly from Green Revolution. Nobody talked. Babangida had done his own corruption. Akpabio has done his own side. He is a senator and president of the Senate. Kindly expose them. EFCC introduced what they called plea bargain in this country. Is that not corruption? I think issue of corruption is that not corruption. I think issue of corruption in Nigeria, if to be eliminated, Chinese method must be adopted to safeguard this country. Now it is time to hatch the eggs he laid. And it's nothing. So what is happening is very bad, and that's exactly what Pydwin Clark is trying to say. But who is going to say it? Who is going to follow up? Let's see what this EFCC chairman, Ola Olukoyede, is going to do. He's trying to wield some power. Let's see how far he can go. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.